Who's your commander?
Good luck.
Equip.
Move to combat. Resolves.
Right.
Now, before you attack
Does
me,
anyone have an answer?
well played.
Good game.
Hello everyone, my name is DJ and you're watching the Jumbo Commander YouTube channel. Today I want to take a look at the reprints from Modern Horizons 2. There are some good ones. If you're interested in the old border reprints from Modern Horizons 1, check out a different video that I did. They're amazing too. If you're interested in all the new cards, head on over to the Command Zone podcast where Jimmy Wong and I are going to talk about all of the new cards. But right now, there's some great reprints. Let's talk about the 10 best reprints from Modern Horizons 2 so you can pick them up and put them in your commander decks. First up, I have an honorable mention, Guerrilla Shaman. I don't know if it's a spectacular reprint because you could get really amazing arts and really cool versions for under $1. This one's 45 cents. This one's 74 cents for some reason. Really hilarious. But really, it's an awesome card and you should pay attention to it because you can pay 3 mana to destroy target target soul ring. You can pay 5 mana to destroy a talisman. You can pay 1 mana to destroy these other, like a mana crypt or something like that. So Guerrilla Shaman's great. Also, you don't need me to tell you that the reprinting of Fetchlands is fantastic. These are really strong at fixing your mana, especially with dual lands, and they were all really expensive. So hopefully these prices can go down and you can pick up Fetchlands. All right, let's talk about the real top 10 list, starting off with something that's a little bit narrow. It's for Enchantment Matters. It's Sterling Grove. This card was over $15, and it didn't need to be. Basically, it was just for enchantment decks. It protected your other enchantments, and it lets you search for an enchantment a little bit later on in the game. It just always gave you value. If you need something to combo off, if you need something to protect yourself or win the game, sacrifice this, set up your next draw. Otherwise, it protected your strategy, and it had amazing art by Seb McKinnon. Just a great thumbs up. Really happy that this is here. Coming in at number 9, we have Karmic Guide. This little angel is fantastic with Revel Arc. It's gonna go infinite. It's part of a ton of different loops. In general, this is used for comboing off because it's really not worth it to pay the echo cost. 10 mana over 2 turns for 2/2 and another creature from your graveyard. But if you can loop this, or you can abuse it, or you can just get a bigger, more relevant creature onto the battlefield, turns out that this little angel spirit is great. Coming in at number 8, we have a reprint for Titania, Protector of Argoth. I didn't realize that this was above $20. Well, it deserves to be because it belongs in every single Lands Matter deck. And now with the reprint, including cool, new, different art, look at that thing right there. Look at that old border style right there. Oh, so good. Hopefully the price is going to push down and down and down because Lands Matter decks are very good. This card is great in those Lands Matter decks. And so hopefully we can all play with Titania, Protector of Argoth. Going on to my number 6 pick, it is Cursed Totem. This was a $15 plus card. No, it was more than that. That's a World Championship deck edition. Oh my gosh. This was more than $20, probably closer to $25, and it didn't need to be. Okay, this is a hate piece, and boy do I hate this. It turns off the activated abilities of creatures. It is so sinister. This just recently shut me down against my goblin deck. I wanted my goblins to be able to do stuff, and then suddenly they did nothing. Someone else played this against my Kenrith, the Return King deck, and suddenly I just couldn't activate my Kenrith, and that's the whole point of the deck. This is a hate card that more people should be playing because, you know, sometimes you gotta shut down your opponent's shenanigans. Next, we have number 5 on the list, and it is Patriarchs Bidding. This was a card above $40 from original Onslaught, and it never got a reprint until right now. It's so good. Now, some people have shied away from Patriarchs Bidding because it is a symmetrical effect. Your opponents can choose something in their graveyard, a creature type, and return it to the battlefield. And you have to be okay with that. But Living Death is a good card, and we play that all the time, and that's just a big 1-for-1 switch. Trust me, symmetrical effects like this are not symmetrical when you build your deck the right way. And you're going to build your deck the right way because you're in black. You're going to put a ton of stuff into the graveyard. You're going to hopefully have some sort of theme like dragons or goblins or something like that. And you're just going to bring them all back to the battlefield. It's going to be majestic and your opponent's going to go, I choose Golem for my Solemn Simulacrum. I choose Snake for my Secura Tribe Elder. Yeah, that's how it's going to go. And it's going to be a lopsided card and you're going to take over the game with it. So good. All right, my number 5 pick is Goblin Bombardment. You know, this was supposed to be an uncommon. It was in Speed versus Cunning. It was in a Commander Precon. Like, this should not be a super expensive card, but it was over $5. This is one of the best sacrifice outlets ever printed because it's free and it's a way to win the game. I mean, free sacrifice outlets are great. Your opponents mess with your stuff, you're just like, all right, sacrifice it. But being damage on it as well means that every single loop that you create can actually win the game. This can deal damage anywhere, so this can help you take out your opponent's utility creatures or mana dorks or do whatever. Take out planeswalkers. Goblin Bombardment is very good, and all you need are the bodies to make it phenomenal. Number 4, we have Greed. Sitting here at uncommon. You know, this was just a solid reprint. I'm really glad to see it that it came out in Commander 2021. Pushed the price from about $3 to $1. This is going to push it even lower. This enchantment is so good because trading life for cards is fine in our format. And the mana investment for Greed is not very high. 1 black is totally playable. Play this in your life gain decks. Play this in any deck. But honestly, you're going to need to draw about 4 cards off of it to make this really worthwhile. So you better be prepared to lose 8 life and go deep into your deck. Number 3, we have Imperial Recruiter. You know, this was originally printed in Portal 3 Kingdoms, and it was a super expensive. And you know, right now you can get this copy for like $200, but at one point in time it was like $300 something, $400. It was crazy. And then they started just reprinting it like crazy. And then now it's going to be down below $30, and hopefully it'll get lower and lower and lower because you want this card. It is a combo enabler. It is a value engine. You can use it to get up Kiki Jiki and it's pieces that you need to go off. You can use it in Alesha decks to get anything you want. You can use it to get like Walking Ballista and other things. But tutors in red are quite good. And this can tutor for a ton of different combo pieces. So Imperial Recruiter is a great reprint. Number 2, we have Mirari's Wake. This has always been an expensive card, even if it did get reprinted in a Commander set and in Conspiracy. So Mirari's Wake, what does it do? Well, honestly, the Anthem is fine. It's the mana doubling ability that's insane. You know, we've seen these mana doubling abilities at 6 mana, you know, at 7 mana, but at 5 mana, this is pushing the power level because Commander's a big mana format. And so being able to double your own mana means sometimes you drop Mirari's Wake, you wait a turn, and then you just unlock your potential. You double spell, you triple spell, you take over in the mana race and outvalue your opponents. It's just such a good card. And it's really fun to play with. It's definitely a target if you're playing Mirari's Wake really good. And then finally, the most bestest, phenomenal, amazing reprint from Modern Horizons 2 is Cabal Coffers. Of course it is. This was getting up to $100 card. This did not need to be $100 because this was one of the pulls to be mono black. Cabal Coffers is another way to get big mana. I mean, I kept mentioning that we're a big mana format, and so having a land be able to be that big mana outlet is so important. And immediately, the price tag got sort of cut in half with Cabal Coffers. By the way, look at this art. Look at this special version of it. Oh, so amazing. I love it so much. Look, Cabal Coffers is just going to be a really great card that you're going to put in any black deck. And sometimes with Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, it's going to be able to fit in a lot of different decks, like 2-color decks too. And so the demand for Cabal Coffers is going to be high because it's such a powerful mana generating ability. And I think that it's a fantastic reprint. And hopefully if you can afford to put this in your black deck, you can pick up a few copies right now. If you're going to pick up some copies, you should take a look at Cool Stuff Inc. They're the sponsor of the Jumbo Commander YouTube channel. They support every single video that I put out. And if you use the coupon code JUMBO5, you can save 5% off your order. I also want to thank my patrons. They're amazing. They help me out every single day. Thank you, patrons. And if you are excited about Modern Horizons 2, you're not the only one. Check out all of my content on this channel and over at the Command Zone. I am so excited to be talking about this set, and hopefully you'll join me for more videos. Bye-bye, everyone.